What is going on, everybody? I am your average gamer, and welcome back to some more Bloodborne. Now, we're doing something a little bit different. I started this series for the first time ever and went to record for a lot of my raw reactions, which you will see in the previous episodes, but I'm not gonna lie, I did take a huge break from playing this game. No reason other than Spider-Man 2 had came out, and I was really excited to play that, and this is what I was playing right before that release. Something that did take me by surprise was how much I actually enjoy playing this game. And for a lot of people, it might seem like a no-brainer for you guys, but when it comes to me, I was never a fan of From Software games. I actually remember playing this game forever ago and just sitting here going, this just isn't for me. Now, if you go across my YouTube channel, you will see that I'm not new to challenging myself, and the From Software formula is usually the best way to kind of challenge yourself. Now, if you're really into these types of games, I think a lot of us can agree. When you're new at the game, everything is ridiculously hard. You don't know where to go, you don't know what's going on, and it sucks. And that is one of the reasons I just didn't like the game. I did get a lot of experience from just playing other games. Granted, there's no other game quite like this one, but you know, just having the whole thought process of this boss is hard, I'm gonna fight him until I finally do it. I feel like that's a mindset you must have when playing a lot of these games. Now, after playing the game, it's not hard. If I were to replay the entire game, I can get to exactly where I am significantly easier. There's no like inside game knowledge. I mean, there is a little bit, but there's nothing really mechanically that you have to practice. It's just dodging. It's literally every other From Software game other than Sekiro, of course. An example I could give is in my second episode, I had said that the father guy was gonna make me rage quit. That it was too hard for me. I couldn't figure it out or whatever it was. I was just going through it. But I know for a fact if I were to fight him again, I could do it in the first try, if not the second try, because I might make a mistake. But something I look back on and kind of laugh at because in the moment when I was going through it, I was like, this game's hard, I suck, whatever it is. And I did suck. That's literally all it was. But you start recognizing patterns and game mechanics, and it becomes significantly easier. Now, that sounds like a no-brainer thing to say when it comes to video games, but From Software formula is the epitome of that. Anyway, where I'm at right now, I'm not gonna lie, I have absolutely no idea. I'm doing some dungeon or whatever it is. I'm in a nightmare too. There's a lot going on. I try to avoid looking up what to do next or like the steps because I want it to be a surprise. I also like figuring it out on my own. But as you guys just saw, I ended up defeating Rom the Spider, which changed the entire world around me, which was really cool. Now, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I did know this was going to happen, even though I never played the game. But anyway, it was still really, really dope to see. One thing that actually does kind of blow my mind is the fact that I'm actually enjoying this game. Because I will sit here and tell you that I'm not the biggest fan of From Software games, you know? As big and as fun as Elden Ring can be to so many people, I didn't personally have that experience. I've tried playing it so many times and I've dumped hundreds of hours into it. I just couldn't find the love for it. Maybe if I went to replay it now, but I know it's waiting for me. You know, I don't want to restart a new game or go through New Game Plus and just be OP. I feel like From Software does an amazing job at capturing your first experience. I think it does it better than practically every other game out there, because every time I play it, I only really want to play it once and I'm satisfied with the ending of the game. To be fair, I think to simplify everything, I think the reason I really enjoy Bloodborne over Elden Ring is because it's a simpler version, while it also has still so much to offer. We all know how crazy Elden Ring's exploration was and how that was like everybody's favorite part, you know, for the most part. But to me, it was kind of tedious to explore so many things, and then you go through fighting all these bosses and you pick up a golden needle or something, like something that has very little effect in gameplay. The only game that From Software has made that has done something completely different in terms of combat was Sekiro, and I think we all agree that Sekiro is a good game. Yes, it's stupid challenging hard. I had to go through it too. I had to go through those paces of just getting my ass beat. But then, you know, you put in the time, you get good, you recognize some mechanics, and you're able to do some really disgusting stuff in that game mechanically. I also feel like that game is just a little bit more rewarding because the combat is faster and flashier. I mean, they also have the Makiri counter in there where you're able to step on the thrust attacks. That to me was one of the most badass game mechanics I have ever seen. Also, I think a lot of us will agree that the parry system in Sekiro was something that's still top-notch to this day. The way it sounds when swords clash and you parry it perfectly and you just hear the ting and it just bounces off your sword, and then you also have to kind of find your rhythm with L1 and you're pressing L1 differently depending on the enemy in front of you. That was just a different mechanic that I actually enjoyed. It wasn't, about how much HP the enemy had. It was about the posture damage. I'm not trying to sit here and sound like Sekiro is my favorite game ever. To be honest, it's probably not even in my personal top 5. But it was one of the most memorable, and Bloodborne is slowly starting to take that place. I do hope in the future that they're somehow magically able to kind of combine everything mechanically and just the way stuff is unfolded when you're playing these games. You start off in this game in a small village and you're exploring that, and there's so much going on. And then even just going from the sewers to the cemetery where you're fighting father, and then it just keeps going and building off of that. I actually enjoy that. I like the linear paths more, not being distracted by 6 or 7 different ways to go. There might be a way to explore on the left. You go ahead and explore that for a little bit, and it'll spit you back out, right to where you have to go. I like that a lot more than just being lost all the time. If you guys have made it this far in the video, comment down below what you prefer to play, whether it's Bloodborne or Elden Ring, and then just give a short explanation why. Keep in mind, it's all personal preference. There's no wrong answer. Anyway, I wanted to do a quick update on where I was when it came to Bloodborne. I did say that I might not finish it, but here I am still casually playing it, enjoying it. I hope you guys enjoy this. Like, comment, sub, would of course mean the world. And be sure to check out all my other Bloodborne videos and my entire series on other games. As always, I love y'all, and I hope you guys stay smooth. Peace. What is that? Who is this nerd, bro? Fuck that missed stuff. That's a cheat code, brother. Or another one, I'm gonna sprint at his ass. I'm faster. That guy had some combinations on him.